You see, in a world that's always looking for shortcuts, quick fixes, and instant results, we often forget that real, lasting success doesn't happen overnight. We're bombarded with messages that promise we can achieve our dreams with just a few easy steps. But here's the truth. Success is a marathon, not a sprint. It's the result of small, daily actions taken consistently over time. Let me ask you this. How many times have you started something new, excited and full of energy, only to lose motivation a few days or weeks later because you weren't seeing results? Maybe it was a new fitness plan, learning a new skill, or even starting a project that meant a lot to you. You began with enthusiasm, but when the progress slowed or things got tough, you started doubting yourself. Sound familiar? We've all been there. But here's what I want you to understand. Consistency is more important than intensity. It's easy to get hyped up in the beginning, to go all in and give everything you've got at the start. But what truly matters is what you do after that initial burst of motivation fades. Can you keep going when it's no longer exciting? When the grind feels tough? When progress feels slow? That's where the magic happens. Let's break it down with an example. Think about someone who's trying to get in shape. They could go to the gym once a week for 3 hours, giving it everything they've got, but they won't see the results they're hoping for. Why? Because true transformation comes from those who show up consistently, even if it's just for 30 minutes a day. That daily effort compounds over time, and the results start to snowball. It's the same with anything in life, whether it's building a business, improving a skill, or working toward personal goals. So, how do you stay consistent when life gets in the way, when things aren't going as planned, or when you don't feel like it? The key is to shift your mindset. You have to stop focusing on the end goal and start falling in love with the process. The process is where the growth happens. Think of your journey like planting a seed. You don't plant a seed and expect a tree to grow overnight. You water it, you make sure it gets sunlight, and you nurture it consistently. Day by day, even though you might not see anything happening at first, that seed is growing beneath the surface. Then one day, you start to see a sprout, and over time, that sprout turns into a tree. But none of that happens without those small, consistent actions. Here's another thing I want you to remember. Failure is part of the process. When you're working toward a goal, setbacks are inevitable. You're going to face challenges, you're going to make mistakes, and sometimes you're going to feel like giving up. But guess what? Every failure is a lesson. Every setback is an opportunity to learn and grow. It's not about avoiding failure, it's about how you respond to it. Look at any successful person you admire, an athlete, an entrepreneur, an artist, and I guarantee they didn't get there by avoiding failure. They got there by embracing it, learning from it, and staying consistent in their efforts, even when things didn't go their way. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. Staying consistent takes discipline. It takes commitment. There will be days when you don't feel like doing the work, when you're tired, when life throws obstacles your way. But that's when you have to dig deep and remind yourself why you started in the first place. When your motivation is low, lean on your habits. It's easy to show up when you're motivated, but the real test is whether you can show up when motivation is nowhere to be found. That's why building solid habits is so important. Habits remove the need for constant motivation. They create a system where taking action becomes automatic, even when you don't feel like it. So, how do you build consistency into your life? Start small. Don't try to do everything at once. Break your goal down into manageable steps and focus on making progress every single day, no matter how small. It's not about being perfect. It's about making progress one day at a time. Set up a routine that works for you and stick to it. Track your progress. Celebrate the small wins. And most importantly, be patient with yourself. Success takes time. You won't see results right away, but trust that they're coming. Every action you take, no matter how small, is a step closer to where you want to be. I want to leave you with this. You have the power to achieve anything you set your mind to, but it won't happen by accident. It will happen through consistency, through showing up day after day, even when it's hard, even when you don't see immediate results. You have to trust the process and keep going, no matter what. Remember, greatness isn't achieved in one moment of brilliance. It's built over time through consistent effort. So today, commit to taking that first step. Commit to showing up, even when it's tough. Because when you stay consistent, you become unstoppable. Thanks for watching, and remember, your potential is limitless, but only if you're willing to put in the work every single day. Let's make it happen.